Hello, students. Hope you are doing well. Since the pandemic is going on and we could not see you in the classroom, so let's uh, get into discussion here. This is a poem, Once Upon a Time, a poem from your alternative English. Those who are willing to take alternative English, this, let me tell you, there are 4 poems and 4 prose there from in your alternative English syllabus, and this is one of them. Once Upon a Time by Gabriel Okara. The poet here, Gabriel Okara, he was a Nigerian poet, African. Here, in the poet discusses about the way of life, how it was earlier and how it has become now. So, I guess since the name of the poem, Once Upon a Time, see how beautiful the name of the poem is. Once upon a time, once we were young, once we were a kid, once we were young and pretty, and now all of us have grown up. We have a lot of memories of our childhood. And since it all became a memory of our earlier days, we can say that there are certain things happened at some point of your life, happened at some point of your younger days, and you can relate this by telling that once upon a time I was like that, once upon a time this happened to me, that happened to me. Yes, like this here also the poet before the poet, let me tell you, this poem is a free verse poem that focuses on a father's attitude to cultural change and times past before the incoming Western culture affected the native way of life. There are 2 characters in the poem, a father and a son. The father is the speaker here. The father is the speaker in the poem. The father is telling us the whole thing in the poem. He is telling to his son. The father is telling to his son about his past days, about his younger days, about the things which is changed now. The father addresses the son in a nostalgic manner, in a very sad way. He tells his son what he's telling is telling him how things used to be back then. It was different and more genuine. Yes, we all know that things are in earlier days were very genuine. Now the things are fake. The father here is also addressing his son. He is telling that how there are so many things in his past days are very good, very nice, and it is different now. It is very different now. The society has changed. The main theme of the poem is how society changes, how it has taken a cultural shift in capitalism, and how the values of the society has changed. Now coming to the poem, we all know. See, before starting the poem, I'll tell you something. Once upon a time is related to our very thing. We can relate this thing to our lives. We can see these things we can see these things happening every day in our lives. How people used to be earlier and how they have become now. Things has changed. Everything has changed nowadays. So let's start. See, the father is telling to the son. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. And now they only laugh with their teeth while their ice block cold eyes search behind my shadow. Who is they here? Who is they? They are the people the people of our society, the neighbors, the people with whom we are the people with whom we are in regular contact, everyone. Here they are the people. The father is telling to his son, see my son, earlier people used to laugh with their hearts, with their heart. People used to laugh with open heart, and they used to laugh with their eyes. We can see the when we smile in a very happy mood, that smile, that happiness is seen in our eyes. So earlier, everybody, whenever they used to see one another, whenever they used to do any kind of joyous thing, they used to laugh with their heart open, and that love, that happiness could be seen in their eyes. But now the people has changed. How the people has changed? The people has changed because they laugh with their teeth only, while their eyes block cold eyes search behind my shadow. Nowadays, laughter is more of a show of teeth, and the eyes are cold and looking for something other than the real person. Nowadays people does not means people they nowadays people do not laugh with their open heart. They just show off their teeth. They just smile. They just show, yes, we are. They're just faking. They're just means as a formality. They just smile, and they don't wish anyone. And they don't means they are not. They don't laugh open heartedly. Rather, their eyes are cold. The smile, the happiness is not seen in their eyes, and they seem like they are not looking means they are looking for something other than the real person. They we What happen nowadays, we always expect something from others. We only expect something from others. So whenever we are in need of something, whenever people are in need of something, we just go to them, tell them, we just laugh for a while, and when our wish is fulfilled, when our need is fulfilled, we just go away. This is a thing what the person, the father, is trying to explain to his son. Let me tell you, the poet named the poem as Once Upon a Time to show the contrast between the people in the past and in the modern time. The poet also describes how people have become so ingenuine and fake in the modern time. So coming to the second stanza, there was a time indeed they used to shake hands with hearts. But that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets. What the father is trying to tell the son? The father is saying that, see, there was a time. He's telling his means trying to explain to his son that, my son, my dear son, listen. Once there was a time when people used to shake hands with open-heartedly. People used to shake hands with full of life, with full of joy, with their open hearts. But there's not the same thing now. It's not the same thing. Now when they shake hands with me, they shake hands without their heart, without any joy. They only look for, and while their left hand search my empty pockets. What does it mean? What does it mean? That people come forward, make friendship only for the money. Nowadays, people come forward, they shake hands with me. They shake hands with other people only by looking at their financial status, only by looking at other, then how much money the other person is having. So they'll just look at my empty pockets. They just look at my pockets, how much money I am having in my pocket, and if I am having more money, they will shake hand with me without any joy, without any happiness, without any heart, without any feelings, without any emotions. They just want to make friendship for a while, and after, when their wish is fulfilled, when they have got the money, they only come to me if I am having money. And if I am not having money, they will not shake hands with me. Or people nowadays became so selfish. They only make friendship with the other if they see any what to say if they see anything good for them in others, they come forward and they shake hands. See, next, feel at home, come again. They say, when I come again and feel at home once, twice, there will be no thrice. For then I find the door shut on me. How many of us like people to come to our house regularly? See, not all of us want random people coming to our houses regularly. No, we don't want. In earlier days, people were welcome. People from the streets were welcome to come to their house, to come to one another's houses. But these things are not welcome now. If one is feel at home, see, whenever a person comes to our house, what do we say? That feel at home, this is your home, sit at ease, feel like it is your own home and do whatever you like. So what he is telling, when in the modern world, when people say, come to my house, and you feel at home, you feel like it is your own home and do whatever you wish to do. But and they also say, whenever I go, they used to say, come again. They say, when I come again, they feel at home once, twice, there will be no thrice. But when I come, see, any relative, anyone coming to our house, what we do? We say them, you are very good. We are very glad that you came to my house. When they leave, when we say, please come again. Come again. We will talk something new the other time. Come again. In the modern world, when the person comes again to our house, yes, they will be welcomed. They will be welcomed for once. They will be welcomed for twice. But when they will come for the thrice, when they will come for the third time, that will not be a hearty welcome. That will not be a hearty welcome. We will be bored by welcoming the same person. We want to get rid of this person. We don't want to welcome him again. What is the father trying to say? See, in earlier days, everything was very nice. People were very good. But in this modern world, the modern world has changed everything. It has changed this modern world has changed the lifestyle. We are all materialistic now. That was not in the other days. That was not in the past days. Nowadays, we became completely dependent on the materialistic way of life. Let me tell you. See, children in earlier days, when you were kids, when you were young enough, in your younger days, when you were kids, you used to go out and play. Look at the kids in today's world. Look at the kids of today's. Do they go out to play with their neighbors, with their friends, with the other kids of the society? No. They play inside their own house with technological gadgets, with computers, with laptops, with mobile. They play. So the things has changed. Once upon a time, we can say that once upon a time, while we were a kid, we used to go out, we used to play with our friends, we used to play with the other kids of our age. But in today's world, the kids of today's, they don't get that feeling which we had in our younger days. In earlier days, when we were very young, when we were a kid, any relative used to come to our house, and we were welcomed by us. They were very welcomed by us. When they used to leave, we used to be very sad that whoever the relative is, if they love us very much, we used to become sad. Why? Because they are leaving our house. But now we have grown up. When anyone comes to our house, we welcome them. All right. You feel like it is your own home, do whatever you like. And we tell them when they go, we tell them, you come again. When they come again, yes, we welcome them. All right, you came again. All right, come. We will discuss something. Let's sketch something and discuss. But when they will be welcome for once, twice, once or twice. But when they appear for the third time, they will know that welcome will not be a hearty welcome. What we people do nowadays, well, again, sometimes what we do, suppose anyone came to our house, for instance, someone came to our house, what we do, they ask if is your father inside the house, is your mother inside the house, is your brother inside the house. I want to see that person, I want to see your brother. Maybe the person came to see your brother, so he tells, I want to see your brother. Is your brother in the house? Your brother who is inside the house, he does not wish to meet that person. So what he will say? No, he will throw a message to you that tell the person, I am not at house, I am not at home. So you will say, and you will shut the door. But he will say, no, my brother is not at home, and the door will be shut. This is how the modern life is. The person, anyone is welcome for once, twice, but they will be not welcome for third times. That means what? We can what to say? That we are simply not interested to welcome someone again and again. All right, let's come to the another stanza here. So I have learned many ways, many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses: home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles, like a fixed portrait smile. Here, the father is comparing, he uses comparison, faces to dresses to highlight the various personas he took on, all the while smiling. So, what he is telling? The father is telling, by looking at the modern world, he has changed now. He was not like this earlier. But the society has changed him. But this modern life has changed him. He have to change himself. He have to change himself. The modern life has changed him. How he has changed? Whenever he has changed his face like the dresses. How like the dresses? Now see, when we go to school or college, we put on uniform of that school or college. When we come home, there are some separate dresses, comfortable dresses for us to wear in the house. When we go to office, there are some formal dresses. When we go to somewhere on the street, there are some other kind of dresses. When we go to any parties and any occasion, we put on the fancy dresses. The beautiful, we want to look ourselves. We want to be the prettiest. We want to look ourselves the prettiest. So, like the dresses, he has learned to change his face. When he comes to his home, there is a face which his family see. Then, when he goes to the office, he behaves in another way. He behaves very formally. When he goes to the street, this home face, office face, street face, this means according to the mood, according to the places, he changed his behavior, he changed his mood. When he is in home, he changed his mood. He is very comfortable in his house with his family. He talked to his family in certain way which he don't talk with his colleagues in his office. So while he got to the office, his mood is changed. He behaves very formally. When he goes to the street, to the markets, to the other places, there is some other version of him. Now, there is then host face. Then we have the host face. Here, when he entertains someone and a guest comes to his house, when he is with the guest, he changes his behavior. Then comes to the cocktail face. Cocktail face is when you attend any parties, any festival, any occasion. Then there is some other kind of mood, some other behavior. He behaves in some other way. And in all these five phases, in all these five occasions, he just fake his smile. He just meet people with a smile, and that smile is a fake smile. Then here come, and I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without hurt. Now he is telling his son that, my dear son, I was not like that earlier, but I have changed now. I have to change with the modern way of living. I have to, if I don't change, I cannot live. So I have changed myself. How he has changed himself? Now, like other people, he also started to laugh only with his teeth, not with the hearty joy, not with the hearty smile. He also started to fake his smile, fake his laugh. And he also started to shake hands without hurt. Without any hearty welcome, he also started, means he changed himself. Then see, I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. Now what is telling? I have also learned to say. Now I also tell people goodbye when I mean good riddance. Good riddance means what? Go away to the unwanted people. When we actually don't want anyone in front of us, what we say, we cannot say at their face, but inside what we say ourselves, that if that person just get rid of here, it will be very good. So when he say people goodbye after wishing something, after talking for a while, he actually mean good riddance. He actually mean to say just go away. I don't want to talk to you anyone. He wants to say good riddance to the unwanted people. To say glad to meet you without being glad, and to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. So what do we say? For instance, you met one of your friends after many days. What do you say? Oh, hi, how are you? I'm very glad that I met you. But inside, you know how you feel. If you are very happy, that will be seen in your eyes, that will be seen in your smile. But if you don't want if you don't welcome your friend in a very hearty way, what you will say? You will say, oh, I'm very glad to meet you. But inside you are, no, I am not glad at all to meet you. You just go away. Then after talking for some time, you will say, it's been nice talking to you. But actually you are very bored inside. So you will say, you will just pretend, we will just fake each other. So, see, then see, but believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn. So, what he is telling here, the father, he wants to regain his former innocence. What he is telling, but believe me, son, he is telling his son, my dear son, I don't want to be the person I am now. I want to go to my past. I want that person in me who I was earlier. But I cannot be now. I cannot be that person now. I want to unlearn all these muting things. This muting things is dead in this context. This muting things, we are faking people. We are faking, we don't welcome. This modern world has changed us. That is the muting things. We just smile, but that is a fake smile. When we shake hands, that handshake is not a hearty welcome. When anyone comes to our house, we don't wish them to be with us together. We just shut the door and pretend that we are glad to meet each other. That muting things is being talked here. So what is telling, that I want to unlearn all these things. I want to get rid of all these things. I want to relearn. I want to be like you, innocent. I want that innocence which is there in you now. I want to be a free bird now. See, how I what is it? Most of all, Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. What I want most is to be able to laugh again. Uh, how to laugh? For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like snake's bare fangs. So what the father is telling? What the point? When the poet sees his smile in the mirror, he is frightened by the way he has become now. He is no longer to be someone like what he was once upon a time. He longs to be someone like his son who is true, innocent, and full of feelings and emotions. The external forces, such as modern values and materialistic lifestyle, have changed him so much that he has become an artificial being. Here he confesses how his laugh is no more a laugh full of emotions. Rather, his laugh has turned evil, and his teeth is compared to snakes' bare fangs, means venomous and spiteful. It's very dangerous. His teeth hold something toxic and dangerous. How? Just look at the mirror and ask yourself. Let us all say, let us all, when we look at the, suppose for a while we are looking at the mirror, just look at the mirror, and if we ask ourselves that am I the real person, am I the real person? No, the answer will be no. How? Because every time we keep on doing all the evil things. How evil things? By telling lies, by backbiting others, by doing all the notorious things. So what he is telling, when he look at the mirror, he is frightened of himself, how he has changed, how this external forces has changed him. Now his teeth seems to be like snake's bare fangs. Like the snake's fangs, it's very poisonous and spiteful. So, show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. He is asking his son. He is asking his son, telling him that please feel pity on me. I am fed up with this modern world. I am fed up. I am tired. I want to be like you. I want to smile like you. I want to become like you. I want the person who I was once upon a time. I want that person in me. Show me the straight path. He is telling his son, show me the real me. I am fed up with these modern values. I am fed up with this modern world. I am a fake person now. I am complete a fake person now. You show me the real me. I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. He is telling his son that once when I was like you, I was a kid, younger and prettier. I was like you, and now I want you to show me the real me. See, according to the poet, people once upon a time used to laugh with their hearts. That is, their emotions were real and blissful. But today, people laugh and smile, only displaying their teeth while their eyes remain ice cold, implying that their laughs are fake. Here in this poem, after discussing this poem, analyzing this poem, what the poem is actually trying us to say. See, the whole poem describes how people have become so ingenuine and fake in the modern world. The poet mentions how people used to laugh with their hearts, but they only laugh with their teeth now. They only seem to pretend while hiding the real motives. The speaker also denounces how people have turned themselves into monsters and how their emotionless and heartless cold eyes are always searching behind one's shadow so as to decline others. So as to denounce others. The speaker also mentions how they used to shake hands with their hands, and now they shake only for their benefits. Further, with their hands, and now they shake only for their benefits. Further, the speaker also presents the hypocrisy by putting on many faces and fixed conforming minds. To the speaker, in this modern world, no one wants cooperation or friendly atmosphere unless it benefits them. The speaker says how he has learned to wear faces like dresses and say things in the air which he never meant. Uh, in the poem, the poem also highlights the dilemma of a modern man captivated by Western faces and inclination to materialistic gain. He is not happy at all, not happy of the way things are and what he and his countrymen had become. He begs to his son how he wants to be like him and how he wants to unlearn these muting things. Here, muting things actually refers to the artificiality and pretending actions that the father does so as to hide his true emotions. The concluding of this poem, the concluding speech of the poem keeps on telling that the father is now more a mere body surviving in this modern world without any true emotions and feelings. Now, see, students, how this world has changed, how this modern life has changed us, how we are very materialistic now. See, in earlier days, or when the relatives used to come to our house, all of our cousins, we together as kids, we used to play so many things. We used to play hide and seek, we used to play Ludo. Yes, from Ludo. We used to play with the Ludo cards, Ludo book. There was a Ludo card, and we used to play together with our cousins. And now, how we play? The world has become digital. All of our cousins, all of our friends are in their houses, and we play it online. Now, this is how the world has changed. It became so artificial, so digital. Now, in earlier days, all the as kids we used to go outside, play together. Now, sitting in our house, we play PUBG. How nice it is! How digital we are. Now, in earlier days, again on earlier days, suppose any kind of festival on Eid or on Puja, when we used to go out together with our family for shopping, and we used to choose various clothes for ourselves. We used to say, when our brother, when our sister used to choose some kind of dresses, we said, no, this will not be good on you, this will be good for you, this will be nice, with this you will look beautiful, you will look pretty in this dress. But see now how the life has changed. All the things we are very artificial now. We just give an online order and the thing is in our house. That feeling and emotion of when we are together in a shop with our family is no longer now. That emotion of oneness. We used to go. There was other kind of emotion, other kind of feeling. We used to count that on Sunday we will go all together with our family, and then we will we will be shopping for this festival. And we used to very happy. We used to travel by a car. We used to go all together. We used to be very happy on those days. But see now we just give an online order and the thing is in our house. That happiness is not there anymore. That emotion is not there anymore. That is how the life has changed. That is how the modern values has taken us. That's why the poet named Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time things were changed, and now we are faking ourselves. Now we don't even know us. When we look at the mirror, we just try to find out what is there in me. Am I the real me? That is how the poet tries to explain Once Upon a Time. Thank you.